An alarming headline involving the award-winning documentary filmmaker Ken Burns caught our attention not too long ago. During an interview with the Washington Post, he said he's very worried about our country and what he calls a hypersensitivity to our nation's history and its connections to the present. He sums it up this way, quote, "This moment of all these intersecting viruses, of novel coronaviruses and of racial injustice, a 402-year-old virus. And it's an age-old human virus of lying and misinformation and paranoia and conspiracy. This is the pill that will kill us unless we do something." So back with us tonight is my friend Ken Burns, perhaps the closest thing we have to a national storyteller, chronicler of the American story for over 40 years. As producer, director, documentarian, he's handed us down the story of our Civil War, our Vietnam War, our national parks, our national pastime. My friend, let's start here with two men who you've chronicled along the way. I see the desire to shun people's legacies, and I see the desire to shame people's legacies. But when does that risk covering up our history? And as an example, should Robert E. Lee and Woodrow Wilson face the same modern-day cancellation?
Well, I think the Robert E. Lee is a really complicated one. I like to see his statues at the places where they should be interpreted in battlefields. He himself was very, very clear on it, and I might hide behind his academic robes as president of Washington College, which became Washington and Lee after his death. And he said, "Make no monuments to the Confederacy, will only breed bitterness." And I think his nightmare has come true in that regard. I think I've always said most of my professional life that the most overrated president was Woodrow Wilson, and we deserve to hear a much more complicated and I think more interesting, if at times dark, story about a person who resegregated a civil service that had steadily after the Civil War been integrated. And so there's lots to discuss. The problem is that this is the most fraught time, I think, in the history of our republic. I'm just finishing a film on Benjamin Franklin for next year, and at the end of the Constitutional Convention, you know the story, Brian, the doors are flung open, and Elizabeth Willing Powell, leading lady of Philadelphia, who of course has no rights in this new Constitution, zero, none, zip, says, "Well, Mr. Franklin, Dr. Franklin, what have you created, a monarchy or a republic?" And he says, "A republic if you can keep it." And I think this is where the rubber is meeting the road. We're at this desperate place, the convergence of all those viruses, the side effects of the misinformation and the paranoia and the lying, voter suppression, and then the rewriting of our history, our saying that we're not interested in facts, we're not interested in the truth, we're not interested in the many varied voices that make us up. I loved your emphasis on our national parks, our this. I've been making films for 45 years about the U.S., but I've also been making films about us, the two-letter lowercase plural pronoun, all the intimacy of us and we and your, our, and also the majesty, the complexity, the contradiction, and the controversy of the U.S. There's nothing wrong with including the big picture of looking at us, warts and all. I mean, you think of so much of this Soviet-style disinformation and changing of policies is issuing from Texas, whose religion is, as we know, football. On a Friday night or a Saturday night after a trouncing, the coach comes out and says, "You know, we didn't do anything right. We're terrible on defense, on offense, on special teams." You're telling it like it was. And somehow we're now certain that our children can't stand anything but a sanitized Madison Avenue version of our history, when in fact we're enriched by the variety and that complexity and the undertow. We understand the nuances of who we are in a much better way when we pursue what we've tried to do: stories and facts and voices, however varied they might be.
Stay with me, friend, through this break. To our audience, after this quick break, with